Hi there. So, this is another session, episode of Then and Now. And it is one of my shifts, one of my stories where I didn't see the shift right away, but now where it's coming full force and I'm really benefiting from everything I have been implementing, I want to share this story with you. So, if you are also in a day job and you want to shift into your coaching business, or I don't know, anything what you want to do online maybe in that space, you can relate to this. What I was struggling with already, I don't know, for 4 years was that after work I was pretty much exhausted. I was just so tired. And I was looking for methods and strategies to actually get myself, high vibe and full of energy when I would be at home. And one of the things what I came up with is actually going to bed at 9:30 so I could get up at 5 in the morning and do some stuff at work. So I would need to sleep more so I can get up earlier. I tried several things to actually go to sleep earlier, which was, getting away the phone, get rid of that distraction. And I really needed to dig in deep to find out why I actually needed this phone by my bedside, because I noticed that before I would go to bed, kittens, some stories, movies, whatever happens on YouTube or Amazon Prime or Disney, I would do that. Or just cruise on Facebook. And also in the morning, instead of getting up at 5, I will be on the phone for 1 hour. So I would get to bed late, I would get up late. The phone was just one thing. And how I actually solved it was I was getting this ring because I really liked the data my phone was collecting when it was laying beside me. And I got the wake up light, which, imitates the sunrise. All of these things also, to exercise more and, I don't know, have a cold temperature in the room, blackout, leave away, bright lights, food, don't exercise too hard before you go to bed. All these things I would be doing I would pay attention to so that I would get better sleep. I was very focused on the sleep, and then there were episodes of being really focused on what I would eat during the day, so I would nourish my body and stay fit and healthy and all that. But over the last years, honestly, yes, there was a routine, and then there was off routine, on routine, but it was really, really hard to actually reach this excitement but ease and flow after a very hard workday. It was really difficult. And fast forward a few years where I learned the theta healing, where I received so much coaching, where I am now coaching with a method which is called Freedom Formula, which is really, really amazing, blended with theta healing, blended with habit-based coaching. I know from my precision nutrition coaching, I came to think that actually I need to simplify things. And a few weeks ago, I just decided to really, this might sound stupid to you, or like unbelievable, or how can you do this? But very simple. Only do what you like to do. Do only what makes you feel good. It's quite scary at during some times, especially when you are thinking like me that you need to earn it, you have to work hard, whatever comes easy to you is not really earned, therefore, you don't deserve it. I don't know, this really weird thing. These how to stay cussing free here, but really what's going on in your mind, and you can't really help it but get stuck in these negative thoughts. And it seemed quite daring to only do what you like, because aren't you then lazy, irresponsible? Are you not wasting time, your time, other people's time? I think it felt really, really daring to only do what I felt like to do. Isn't that like some carefree kid, living with their head in the clouds? But here's the thing. I've been doing this now for 4 to 5 weeks, really focusing on the 3 areas of my body, which is the physical, which I take care of through exercise and food. Then there is the emotional part, which is really making sure I feel good. And I can reach that through music, movies, actually movies a lot. I like these beautiful romance movies, or these movies where, you know, people follow their dream and against all odds they made it, they saved the world. Or like action movies. I really like action movies. So do you have a kind of movie genre which you like, which kind of puts you in a nice mood, in a feeling where you want to spend more time? If one comes to mind, do that more often. And if music helps, get your playlist ready so that you can really embrace that feeling. I found that film music really helps me to get this awe and this just such a nice feeling, and expand the time I can spend in that feeling. And then there is a connection to, let's say, the universe, your intuition, to source, to your gut feeling, to your inner being, whatever it is, how you refer to it. But it's this really, yeah, this calming trust and confidence that you will know what to do when you need to do it. And from that place, you can actually be so relaxed during the day. So here now to the example. So I've been really wanting to go home from work and be like high vibe, full of energy, super easy to concentrate, so I could coach you guys, you know, after my regular working hours. But I really had a hard time. And then suddenly it clicked to me that whatever I'm applying to my coaching, whatever I'm suggesting, you know, my clients to do, to focus on the positive and to really go with what you like to do, to actually do that at work as well. Because I've been noticing that it serves me in my private life so much. I feel like really well. I'm so much more calm when it comes to my relationships with family, with my partner, with my friends. I'm so much more kind to myself when I don't manage to do all the things that I wanted to do. And by practicing self-compassion, actually, it gives me more energy to actually do it. So rather than beating myself up that I didn't do it perfectly on time, quick enough, thorough enough, I just, you know, check, and then I just restart or start new or again, and I just don't beat myself up for it. So I wanted to transfer that to the work, which was initially quite hard because, you know, at work you have to deliver, you have to be on time, you have to you have to defend yourself and your team, amongst others. You have to prove yourself and the team, you have to position, you know, you write protocols for everything, people are measuring things, and if it doesn't go well, then, you know, you're already in the spotlight. It's so much old paradigm, it's so much old world as an old perspective. Work hard, you have to do the grind, you have to effort into it, and you have to hustle. So at work, I totally like bought into that, and I still do to a certain extent. But in private life, I didn't. In private life, everything started to fall into place already years ago. But at work, it was still hustle, grind, defending, proving, convincing, like all these things. And how could I bring the I only do what's good for me attitude into that world? You know, how would that make sense? How would I be able to survive there? I mean, there I have like quite a big team, a smaller team, 5 people really close to me, but altogether 120. So, I mean, I do have responsibilities. I cannot just, you know, come and go when I want to. I cannot, you know, appear to meetings when I want to or not. I just felt like I actually don't have the freedom to apply this mindset from law of attraction to work. It just, it just felt like water and oil. But what actually happened is I did it anyways, just recently. So I focused on feeling good in my private life and tried to expand it more and more. So not only when I was home, but also on my way to work. So I have 40 minutes I spent on my bike and I really, really enjoyed, and also on my way back. And I made sure that I have a rock solid morning routine by now with some stretching, with a bit of meditation. And I combine it with, making breakfast and doing my matcha tea and, cycling to work. But all this together, these 2 or 3 hours in the morning I have, it doesn't need to be 3 hours, but I'm just slow in the morning and I need 40, 50 minutes to get to work. So in this time, I am connecting to myself. I'm connecting to what brings me joy. And I'm aware of the things that bring me joy. So when I made it bigger and bigger, so the way to work as well, and from work away as well. And then I started to really, play a little bit more with the thought that, what about if I do right now what I feel like, what I want to do? I mean, there is this massive, massive to-do list, or this inbox with I don't know how many emails in there. So I know that I can't do everything at once anyhow. So might as well pick the one which brings me the biggest feeling of accomplishment, or that I could help someone out, or that I got something in place. Why should I start with something what I don't like? And also, yes, of course, it would be nice if I come early to work, so I get, the quiet hour and then get like a lot of things done and then go home earlier. But in the end, if I come early, I don't leave earlier. So I decided I'm going to use the time in the morning for me at home. So I do get up at 5, but I only show up at work at 9. So the time before is for me. And the more I knew and realized how much it worked, the more it allows me to actually have fun at work. So the then was hustling, being scared that I couldn't, position myself well enough, that my team is unhappy, that I missed deadlines, that really important information would be lost. There were some colleagues which really gave me a hard time, and I was just struggling so much. What's happening now with a solid morning routine and allowing myself to bring the ease and joy to my workplace, where hustling was the main thing, really colleagues which triggered me massively. The weirdest thing ever, I opened the email, I read it, and instead of feeling like someone attacked me, judged me and my team, accused me of things, I just answered with 3 sentences and said, hey, I just wanted to help but didn't mean to overstep anything at all. If you want it removed, just call me, we can meet, and then it's gone. And because it was a huge copy, what do you call it, like in emails when you write it to, and then in copy were quite a few people. And I even got the feedback, it's like, hey Alex, you just replied. That is so unlike you. So it has been noticed. And in other times where, how when your colleagues or your assistants come to you, or your friends, or whoever, and just want to dump stuff on you. They really just want to leave their aggravation, with you. They want to badmouth others. They want to just, expand on this bad experience they just had. And occasionally, if that circumstance would trigger me, I would actually buy in. I knew that wasn't, the best thing to do, especially if I would be their boss. But, sometimes you just can so relate and you just give in. What happens now is I just say, yeah, that must have been really annoying. But, see, now you had a great learning experience. You know now how to handle it next time. And great. I mean, you got out of this in a beautiful way. So the discussion completely changed and the energy completely changed. And by not being triggered so much, I realized that I became calmer and I didn't buy into this bad mouthing situations or people. And also my team became so much calmer. So that was an amazing thing. Still also to mention is I didn't do it alone. I gave myself the gift of hiring a business coach. Not much of a mindset coach like what I do and working on beliefs and so, because I can take care of that myself, but really like, what is my strategy? What are the main points? Where is my focus? So I just gave myself this gift because, I mean, I will be really honest, I probably don't need that coach, but it felt so good to do this together, to strategize, to agree on things and build, the step-by-step plan. And when I then had a low because something triggered me or something made me believe that something went really, really bad, she could tell me, but hey, this went so well. Remember what we wanted to reach? 1, 2, 3, 4. All of them, check. I did all of them. So why do you feel bad by behaving authentic, by really communicating what's important to you? Because I felt, I should be more professional, more close up, more, like whatever people think how they should behave when they think of the term professional. So also that was completely different. So I actually took a coach, and this coach could then hold me up a mirror and really reflect to me and remind me what we agreed upon and what the results were. So that was really, really cool. And so by now, even I have a day like this. So my last Wednesday was like this. You get up at 5. You have I have my normal routine. I go to work at 8. So I have almost 3 hours of getting ready, like shower, dress, pack my food, pack my clothes, everything in the big backpack for my bike. That's almost an hour. Then it's about 30 minutes stretching, journaling, having some tea and a shake lately. So somehow, and then, that's 3 hours. Gosh, I don't know what to do 3 hours, but it's just an amazing time. Then 40 to 50 hours driving, cycling to work 8 to 9 hours. Then I went to do a Kung Fu class for 1 hour, 1.5. Then I went on my bike, cycled back for 1 hour because it's a bit further away than my work. And then I had one coaching session, 1 hour, 1.5 hours. I summarized everything, and then at 10 o'clock I went to bed. That was a pretty tight schedule. And each day of the week in the evening I have a coaching call. So I have my routine in the morning and the cycling. So even though my day is super, super packed, I have these times where I can just, feed my soul and connect with myself, and they just prep me for the day. And I'm going like this already for 4 to 5 weeks, and it's going amazing. So yeah, this was probably a long story, almost 20 minutes, but I really wanted to share it with you, and probably also for myself, just to know that things are shifting, that sometimes you just need to find your way, and it's not that obvious at the beginning. And maybe to sleep more might be the solution to the problem, but maybe it is also just doing more of what does you good. And that is also, in my case, allowing to do what you like to do and shut off this, you should do this, you should do that, chatter in your mind. So now I'm really enjoying my time at work. And because I'm enjoying my time at work so much, I'm actually not tired when I get home. I mean, I do have my framework, right? But I mean, the morning routine and the cycling and all that and the music. But I'm really not tired. I'm excited to hop on the coaching calls, and it feels so good, especially after I had this month break in January where I didn't take any new clients, and I missed it so much. So also by coaching and knowing that it's not an extra thing on top, but really something what nourishes my soul so I can help, makes all the difference. And also there, what is different is that I thought I need to do courses. I thought I need to do group coaching because that's what you do when you want to scale. But I just love one-on-one. I just love to talk to you, and I want to know what's up with you, and I want to, make the worksheets, the prompts and everything for you. I want to make meditations for you. And yes, maybe plenty of people could benefit from that as well. But I just realized like how much I just want to be there and present for one person. At least that's how it is at the moment for myself, and I give myself permission to focus on that. And that is just how I roll. And the big takeaway which I want to offer is that maybe you think it's not possible. Maybe you think it's not possible to bring this into your work, in your day job, but maybe there is a different spot where you can start. Like I started with my routines and started to expand them and get them really rock solid. And then you don't need to shift 180 degrees at once, but small steps at a time. So yeah, to me that was a great shift, not to be tired that much after work anymore, not be so frustrated and not be so exhausted and bitter almost, because I felt like I could contribute so much more when I would just focus on the coaching. But now I can see how much I can learn and grow from being at that workplace where I am right now. Okay, I guess I could continue to talk forever, but I'm gonna make a cut here before I hit the 25 minutes. And I hope it helped you a little bit to get to know me better. This is what I make these videos for, and also to provide you with examples what this shift can look like. So it's not always that you turn from man to woman or from cat to cow. Sometimes the shifts are a little bit smaller, like you have more energy after work and you work with more joy, or you have more clarity what is actually important to you. It's so easy for me to go on the bike now because I know it's so important to me and I don't skip it. So yes, I hope you found some perspectives you can take with you, and we will see each other again. Bye.